Greetings everybody, it's me Knight, and I'm just going to be doing a video on about soul retrieval and past life, present power. So I'm going to start off with soul retrieval. So in our lives, we may experience trauma from family, friends, or just negative situations. It can be school, anything, right? And we kind of lose a part of ourselves. Like, it might have been times where we couldn't speak our truth. It might have been times where it was hard for us to forgive people or even forgive ourselves. And what happens is those memories are stored in our nervous system, as far as because it's in our conscious, but it goes in our nerves. And then eventually it's also in our subconscious. So even when we meditate and we think we're healed, a lot of it's still left in your body, right? And so when we try to come to a greater awareness or heighten in our spiritual growth and evolve, we're still not where we need to be, because we have sometimes some of us have intrusive thoughts, or we keep meeting people that have similar energies as our family and friends, right? And yes, it can be karma, but it's just mainly energy stored because we didn't release. And so the reason I'm bringing this up today is I'm pretty sure you guys heard this, but one way to come into more empowerment of who you really are as a soul and to know more about yourself is forgiving, right? Have mercy for yourself. Again, forgive those who've hurt you. If you can put that love in your heart to forgive those people, whether you don't have to really do it in person, but at least from a distance, even if it's your home, just send love to them, right? And forgive them for what they done to you, especially if you're one of those people who can't communicate with them or their ego doesn't want to talk to you. But also forgive yourself for allowing you to be in certain situations too long. Because what happens is when you do this, you get a part of your soul back, as far as an aspect that was lost, that still may haunt you for years and years, or show up in other manifestations through people you work with, or family, or friends, or even your children, right? So just be cautious of that, and it will help everybody as a whole come into an empowerment, because when people feel your vibration raised, it can touch other people indirectly, right? Because I see a lot of people meditating and praying and it works, but sometimes, they face their shadows. They feel like they're lacking something. Also, you may have to forgive people who made you feel suppressed, or made you feel like you couldn't communicate and speak your truth. For example, you might feel like your teacher and nobody trusted your knowledge. Since the time you were a child, nobody really respected you or trusted you, or even your own parents. You got to forgive that, right? And also forgive yourself for allowing your own thoughts to let you feel that way, right? It was all for a reason, but let it go. Forgive, let go, and be present, right? And this helps the soul get stronger, and then you nurturing that aspect of yourself will have a higher chance of you having these recurring thoughts and possibly even recurring experiences. But even if you were to have these recurring experiences, you'll be less likely to fall back into another situation like that again, right? And that's what soul retrieval is about. It's just healing your soul. That way, as you progress, and as all of our souls age, and it's time for us to ascend to the heavenly state or whatnot, it's just easier, and we don't get weighed down. Because a lot of souls, they come back here during the reincarnation process, not only because they choose to, it's because they have residual energy from mistakes of the past, them not forgiving for the most part, okay? And it helps that soul that was tied to you, that said something negative, to release off of you, okay? So that's something I wanted to bring up with the soul retrieval. Now, to switch off subject with that, when I talk about past life, present power, a lot of us have intuitive gifts already. All humans are naturally intuitive, but just determining on what past lives we had. Some past life, we might have actually been high priestess or oracles or some type of mystical person. Some of us have a skill for teaching. And so in this life, you might be wanting to teach, but you might be afraid to teach or put out messages, right? And so with the past life, present power, you can tap into this when you do your soul retrieval, when you forgive yourself to be in certain situations. Also forgive those, especially if people may have oppressed you in certain aspects or certain parts of your gifts, or you just doubting yourself. Also, you can call onto your angels or a God source, or even goddess source, if you feel comfortable to. And one way to do that, this is just a suggestion, y'all don't have to do this. It's just close your eyes and imagine yourself encircled in a gold wheel, right? A gold wheel. And just imagine light illuminating out of your body. And as you sit there patiently with yourself, just think to yourself love love and compassion and mercy upon yourself, imagine spokes around the wheel, like spokes, right? And each spoke represents one of your gifts, whether it be intuition, teaching, you being a great mother, great father, a leader, right? And you'll start noticing when you're in your mindset what light starts to light up, and your guides will start showing you things about yourself, whether it's you being a good communicator, a writer, right? And you start doing this. Now, once you light that, like once you had this thought, what you got to do as well, other than thinking of yourself inside the center of this wheel and just golden light around you and coming from your heart space, you can make a statement or affirmation such like this, just an example. I now call back my power to me of the divine unconditional presence. I'll call back my power to me through unconditional love and grace. May mercy and compassion be blessed upon me as I spiritually grow towards wisdom in my abilities. The past life energy that fills this situation in place, let my past and present life ability help me reach my highest destiny. I call for clarity, insight, and peace, a place of empowerment I now reach. Make a short statement like that or something similar. But you're doing all this as you feel this golden light. You can even have a candle present. Now, even though I said earlier at the beginning of it, I now call my power back, and to me, of the divine presence or the conditional love, the creator, you can mention a goddess, or if you are into a deity, you can call on to that source. It can be Isis, anybody, and they'll intervene and help. All right, it's more about, because all these energies still come from an omnipresent source. So you don't have to say divine presence. You can say God, source, or whoever you believe in, and it will help you rekindle this past life memory. And what happens is they'll show you why it's dormant. You'll eventually have a vision. You might even get a sign through a video sent to you that week, and it'll come to you. I'm telling you right now. Or you might start having memories in your own thoughts while you're awake about remembering that you used to sing, for example. But then your parents never supported you. That might be a gift from a past life. You might have been a great singer in many different temples, or just traveling around singing. You might have been, a writer, a swimmer. It's going to pull out any past gifts. It doesn't have to be specifically a priestess or something like that, but it could be. And that's why I said envision yourself in this golden ore, but make sure your area that you're doing this is of peace. And so the reason I brought this up, because when you do your soul retrieval with the forgiveness, right, you're releasing a lot of ties in this life. So when you step into getting your past life work done and coming to that empowerment to heighten your intuition or whatever you're trying to do, or whatever they show you, it makes it easier. That way you don't have baggage here blocking, because a lot of people you're dealing with, whether your family or friends, are most of the time, 98% of the time, are like past lives. You never really, you met them before. I should say you met them before, and you're redoing the same karma you had before. So like you might have had a ties in the past life, were always having trauma with your dad or something. You didn't give them this, but you not realize, because you remember your past life. Not only will doing this past life present power meditation work for you, or whether you pray or do whatever you want to do with it, it will call in why this is happening, these recurring experiences. Because a lot of times in our life, even though we're in a new body or a new culture, we're experiencing the same energy with certain people, just played out in a different culture or a different country, or even sometimes in the same country or in the same culture. It really depends on you. But these are things I've seen that can balance everyone out, and I know this for myself. So like, for example, you might be trying to be mainstream on social media, but it might not be meant for you to be mainstream on social media. And the life will show you that you've always been a person that might have been oppressed. So at the end of the day, they might show you a solution on how to become more out there. Or either they might show you that this is not your way, even though you think it is. It may be, you may need behind the scenes. You may need to write. You might need to direct. You might need to be behind the scenes, but you're not realizing that. Like, you're in the limelight, but you're behind the scenes. But because we live in a society that's more of ego, right? You're technically, your soul is kind of being immersed in the ego as far as society norms, because the world is unbalanced, right? So once you start to know thyself, it'll get you to get rid of these, how can I say, energies from outside sources, outside influences, even picking up energies from your family or friends that's not yours. And that way you get to the point of who you really are. And even if you feel like you are at a place where you're great and you want to ascend, I still feel like it's still good to like try to think in your mind, have you forgiven everyone or even yourself? And also with the past life meditation, to call out to the spirit or your higher self, if you don't want to call on the spirit, to actually tap in. But just imagine yourself in this gold orb, right, with these spokes, and you'll actually see things open up, right? And again, if you're not able to meditate, you can say it before you go to sleep. Just like you do a prayer ritual, and they'll come to your sleep if you can remember your sleep. And if not, they'll show you some type of sign some type of outlet. And again, it's just ways that I've seen that help me balance. Again, I can't say it's gonna help everybody, because some of you guys, some people have, like, a lot of air in their mind, meaning they're always overthinking, overanalyzing. I will say, if you're a person that overanalyzes and doubts everything that somebody says, this probably would be hard, because too many intrusive thoughts and your own thoughts running rapid, it makes it kind of difficult for communication from the spirit world, because you're not grounded. So I just feel like, for the most part, the more anyone out there watching is grounded with themselves and keep their energy cleansed, and as they're doing this, and again, this might, I mean, I have to tell you too as well, you might not get this manifestation to have this all in one day. This is not a one-day process. At the earliest, it's maybe a 30-day process. At the earliest that you might see some type of shift in energy. Maybe 2 weeks, but most likely it's gonna be like a 30-day thing, right? Like a moon cycle phase. But definitely significantly, I feel like within 90 days, for sure, there should be no reason nobody should see some type of change in their energy and how you feel in your life. And you'll start to notice you're drawing better people, better visions, better dreams, and better communication from your spirit guides. Definitely. And the only thing I would say is getting in a comfortable space, whether in your home or in nature, where you feel safe and comfortable. And you can light a candle if you want to. And if you want to confirm the things you said during your meditation, how you released it, if you're into tarot, you can ask the tarot cards, whatever you believe in, or rituals or whatnot, or just praying to the God or whatever you believe in. But this is just something I wanted to put out. And lastly, I probably will make a video later on the day, if I can remember, on a message on what part of your soul needs to be retrieved, as far as like healing, whether you need to do forgiveness or whatnot upon yourself. And also, in that same reading, I'm most likely be doing a past life, present power, like what gifts is the spirit will trying to reignite in you that you already have, that you may not be aware of or you might be aware of. So it's gonna be a mix of both in one reading. And so I'm making this video first so it gets the gist of what I'm about to make today. Hopefully I make it today. And that's what the tarot card is gonna be. It's gonna be a quick pickup card, not gonna be long. But yeah, I just felt compelled to put this out. So yeah, if you guys got any questions, y'all can ask me in the comment section. And what else? That's pretty much all, guys. And I wish you guys a blessed day, wherever you guys are at. Yeah. Cause I know it's been a while since I actually made a video about experiences and teach so many things about spirituality. I've just been going straight to tarot and I've been busy. But again, guys, I'm free, I'm open, and I hope it helps somebody out there. Again, it's not that y'all need help. I just feel like it might be one person out there who's just looking for a little bit more knowledge, right? And I'm pretty sure y'all have heard about forgiveness, but I just felt compelled to like state it in the way I spoke it. A lot of people may not realize certain things on how to get even more ascended than what they are, you know? There's no rush in the process. It's just patience and just going with the flow, right? And watching how you react when you're around other people. Because how we react, depending on if it's in a negative way or good, that's how we get karma or dharma, good things. But with that being said, my name is Knight, and I wish y'all a blessed day wherever y'all at. Blessed be.